Wow. Ah, boy. This is some crazy stuff. This is literally crazy. This is so crazy, yo. Crazy. Yo, I'm telling you, social media is this is literally crazy. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. This is really crazy. Really crazy. Man, people, I feel like I was having a nerves breakdown a while ago, right? Because guess what happened now? My page have been working all day. As soon as me forgot to do this interview with this young lady, as soon as me forgot to do this interview with this young lady, all of a sudden, me start to have all this problem with the page. The devil is so strong, it's like the devil don't want me to do this interview. You understand me I say? And we have this interview scheduled from when? And this thing is like, it's giving me a hard fight, but me have to log out of my account, then log back in and so forth. So, yes, you're on the right page. Yes. Yep. Oh, man, I tell you. Wow, I'm here. Yeah, man. Yes. I've been waiting for this interview. I need this interview. I will get the time now. I tell you, boy. So I'm sorry. My apology for everyone that logged in early that was waiting and was wondering what happened, if it's going on. Yes, it is going on tonight. It's happening tonight. Yes. Let me see if this is her sending me a message. No, that's not her sending me a message. I cannot accept anybody. Doctor, they say you are. Doctor, they say you are you. Yeah, let me text her and tell her I'm in now. Yeah. Ready when you. Oh, she here. Oh, she ready. Young lady, I am so sorry. Me say me so sorry. May I have a tap? But me, send me an invite now. Send me an invite now. Send me the invite at the bottom of the page and I will accept it. Send me the invite at the bottom of the page. Boy, may I tell you. Me say, the devil I try like the devil know how did I interview you. But it will happen today. Yes, send me an invite at the bottom of the page and I will accept you. Yeah. What's up, y'all? This is Misha. Send me an invite at the bottom of the page. I'm waiting for her to send me an invite at the bottom of the page and I will bring her on the live. Yeah. Look, I'm waiting for the invite from her. Waiting for the invite at the bottom of the page. People, do not send me an invite. Right now, it's only she must send me an invite.
A question for you. What do you do when you're
Hold on, looking for the invite.
About something
you can't find the invite?
Isn't right.
You watch too much movie.
Well, that's the theme of my brand new single, Not All That Glitters Is Gold. Listen now on Spotify.
Yes, me know it's big. She's looking for the invite. It's at the bottom of the page.
This is Nasia One with a question for you. What do you do when you're told to keep quiet about something
I'm on a laptop,
just
not a phone.
isn't right?
You're on a laptop, not a phone. You're on a laptop, not a phone. Me don't know how the laptop work, but listen to me, young lady. This have to work tonight. It have to work tonight. So if you need to go on the phone, go on the phone, log it. I don't know how the laptop work, but I'm on my iPad right now. And it's somewhere on the laptop. Don't know where on the laptop, people. The reason why we're not doing it on IG blocked me for 30 days. Hold on, I switch up to phone. Thank you. Switch up to phone, man. Cause you know you have the gadget. Oh, see then. Yeah. I'm gonna add that right now.
Okay.
Oh Jesus. Oh man.
That is good. Hold on. Let me turn up the volume here. Okay.
Man, what the listen. You know, so the devil is strong. The devil was trying everything for this interview not to take place today. And because it was working all day, you know, I did a live today, it was fine. And then we eat something and then me say, okay, 2 minutes was working. So me rush now to go take a shower and try to turn it on. When me turn it on, the iPad I said that me not log into Facebook. So me one of them broken on my account. Me say then can't broken on my account. And then me have to go through, then me start panic at the last minute and I said
Technology, man.
Technology. What's going on, young lady? How are you?
Gosh, you know, wake up too early for me out here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I wake up at 7 a.m. to come talk to you.
Yeah, so what's going on over? Is it sunny over there?
It's hot all year. It's feel like Jamaica.
Yeah?
30 degrees in the shade all year round.
Well, you know, I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
your volume low, Dr. Love.
let me
You can turn
hold
up your
on.
volume.
Let me turn it up. Let me turn it up. You can hear me now?
Better. Keep it
Okay.
up. Go
Yes.
on.
Oh, way up. I tell
Way
you.
up.
So what's going on, boy? I want to ask you a question before. People were talking. As a matter of fact, me never gonna say it. I want you to introduce. We're talking to the international artists. Introduce yourself to the fans. I mean, let them know
Okay.
you already, but the new fans, them introduce yourself to them.
All right. So my name is Meja One. I'm born in Singapore, raised in Canada, and I spent a whole heap of time in Yard. I was living in 3 Mile for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Jacks Hill. And then I was, of course, in Westmoreland because it's just beautiful. And then from that time, staying in Yard, I moved back to Southeast Asia to reconnect with my roots. So I'm not from China. I'm from Singapore. Everyone think that just because you look Chinese, you're from Japan or China, man.
No, because
Yeah, no.
that's funny.
There's a whole heap of islands further down south from China and Japan that is
Right.
hot all year round, and that's Southeast Asia. So I'm born in Singapore. Currently, I'm in Malaysia, and next door we have Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, and
Right.
whole of the island people, brown Chinese people, you know.
No, because you said everybody think that for you look like Chinese or Chinese.
Yes.
So we say oh Chinese, but it's not really Chinese. But I like your spirit, like your energy, like your music and so forth. But women don't understand how you get the Jamaican language so don't pack.
I think I was just born rude, you know.
You was
So no, honestly, so I come from a place where people are very conservative.
Right.
In Asia, people are just very about making sure you have show the right face, appearances, shame. The culture is very conservative.
Right.
So how I grow in Canada, I'm not typical from the people here.
Right.
But when I went to Jamaica for the first time, I just fell in love because of the honesty. How your show called Talk Truth?
Right.
The honesty of the people. Like, if someone is limping, you're like, yo, Brockfoot.
Right.
Or red shirt. Or Brock eye. Like lazy eye. And I just love that way to be able to be so honest, but no one taking such an offense to it or anything like that. My spirit just feel good, feel energized when I was in Jamaica.
Right now you're Jamaican right now, because right now you have the long. I wonder for the weed. You think of the weed?
I not say nothing.
Yeah.
We did live in Orange Hill, you know. Orange Hill, big up Orange Hill every time. Hey.
I'm just asking, I'm just asking. So, people, let me tell you something. Not only that she have the Jamaican language and don't pack, but she have the Jamaican reggae music to the T so don't pack that is not even funny. And you know what happened? Before we even go into the music and so forth, you have to sing apartheid, and we are going at the wall, everything. You have to sing apartheid, because we have to hear it.
Of the song?
Yeah. If
you want me to just chat? Because we can. So I introduce myself first. I say, Chiney Money coming in and no juvenile. Them I wanna come and check the fire, that is style. Them know me not ready, but me ready other while. Babylon can check me, come and seek me profile. Them I say, Miss Chin, why you wanna go this way? When you're looking at your roots, study more reality. Go you get that 9 to 5, cause you got that job to pay. Put that music thing aside, keep them naughty locks away. Say, Ruby this skanking, real life was skanking. Real life was skanking. And we mix it to not all that glitters is gold, not all that shines is the light. I will not do what I'm told if what I am told isn't right.
Jesus Christ, girl.
It's too early in the morning for this, 8 in the morning now.
Well, guess what? You know why is it too early in the morning? May I have something to tell you? Wait, may I have something to tell you? May I have something to tell you? Right, people, you hear Shabbat? May I have something to tell you? Check this.
Yes, now. Jagged seconds when we do what's right in life. Never blinded by glittering lights. Help us in the darkest time. Them say good over evil. So we let the truth aside. So we let the truth aside.
No, me have to play back again. Me have to play back. What on, people? Me have to play back again. Let me tell you something. This song is so bad. You don't have to listen to that song because that song I'm gonna bring and we're gonna talk about how this song come about and what it is. Check it.
Tono.
Listen to me, who we really just like. Wolf in sheep's clothing might be creeping at your side.
I begin to
not everybody,
not everybody living
You
right.
say you keep it positive, you lie.
You lie.
Have a principle, go to church and spiritual. Calling God a calling in the dirt that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and paint your culture wrong. Out of many bad mind cannot represent good evil. Evil that lurks hands for the skirts. Sing a woman's word that
No, we have to go back again. We have to.
Respect God's love. I respect the love, man.
Okay.
protect us when we do what's right in life. Never
You
blind
share the
to
love for
the
real.
light. Help us issue in this darkest
Yeah,
time.
festive.
Good over
It's
evil.
festive, man.
So we let the truth aside.
Up there.
Listen to me, who we really trust in life. With the sheep's clothing at your side. Not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it positive, you lie. Telling them when you have a principle. Go to church and spiritual. Calling God but calling in the dirt that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and be the cultural.
Out of many bad mind cannot represent good
Evil
people.
that lurks hands move under the skirts. Sing a woman's word and violate her in the worst. Now been time to burn. Send me high alert. Run the vampire out of town to concert.
Everybody sing out. Respect.
Just like any other day.
We have to play it. We can't stop it. We have to play it. We can't stop it. We can't stop it. I see it.
How a simple heart from her can turn into a predator. Push herself on the girl and say how she like.
This song bad. This song is so bad. And not only that the song is so bad, is that it's a song, to be honest, because you know I can't be a hypocrite. If the song don't sound good, now I'll tell you that the song don't sound good. But the song is so good that it's something that you will listen to. It have the hold on. I don't know why what's going on with the live. I don't know why, but the page is open. The thing in with the song, people, the song is so bad, and for you, I'm gonna say as a person from a different culture who have got the reggae music so down pack and so forth, is a song that is well put together and so forth. And the first time I hear the song and so forth, right? I say, no man, that song is bad. I have to ask you, who sing the song? And you say, you sing the song. I say, no man, and you sing the song. Tell us how that song come about, and as a matter of fact, before we go to that, what is the reggae music like where you are? What is the feel and whatever thing? What is the music like on your side?
Yeah, well, we already know that reggae music gone global.
Right.
Dancehall music gone global, right?
Right.
But everybody know that, you know, in the business, a lot of Japanese people go to Kingston. So them think that the business only in Japan.
Right.
So then I realized that a lot of the artists from Jamaica only stop off at Japan, they perform in Japan, and they go right back home to Jamaica.
Right.
And I said, no, you have to keep going. And if you keep going, you're going to hit the Southeast Asian area.
Right.
So Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, all them places.
Right.
And honestly, there is a reggae scene out here. Indonesia, it's really, really big.
Right.
I can tell you in the capital city of Indonesia, Jakarta alone, there's over 3,000 reggae bands.
Whoa. That's big.
3,000.
That's big.
I mean, it's a big city, right? It's a city of millions and millions of people, but them love reggae music.
Right.
And not because they're trying to just copy the sound, but because I feel strongly that anywhere there is, you know, struggle and poverty and injustice, well, reggae music is a sufferer's music, you know.
Right.
And so the people just take to it because they know what it feel like.
Right.
Some of the reggae artists I speak to in Indonesia say like, yo, we used to be living on the streets, and the only thing we have is this Johnny Osborne cassette tape, and we play Johnny Osborne every day because it's the only thing we have.
Right.
So the influence of reggae music really is a global thing.
What about support from reggae artists? Other reggae artists support you, or what is that like? You know, because I know for a female in the music industry, it's very challenging. There's so much stuff you got to go through, and the bad mind, because you know about the bad mind, you know about the grudgeful, you know about the stabbing the back. All the embracement from like reggae artists, females and male overall.
Well, I got to say, you know, in my time in Jamaica, it was such a blessing. Everybody is very open to it. They're like, "What? How the Chiney bad?" And that's where I got my name, Chiney Money, because everybody start calling me Chiney Money.
Right.
Every time I walk into a room, them say Chiney Money.
Right.
So we just laugh and laugh, you know.
Right.
But it was a real blessing in life. When I was in Jamaica, I got to work a song with Sizzla Kalonji.
That's good.
I did a little tour with Lady Sa before she turned Reverend.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
We performed with Future Fambo. Enough artists. And on the flip side, when I moved back to Asia, I started something called the Singapore Dub Club.
Right.
And through that, I wanted to show the people the real thing, you know?
Right.
Because maybe some European reggae artist was coming to this part of the world,
right.
but no real Jamaican, authentic, article, rude music was coming there, you know?
Right.
So I started to bring the artists to Singapore. So we had Sister Nancy, we had Johnny Osborne, we had a man named Hugh Brown. We even bring Mighty Crown. Remember Mighty Crown?
Oh, yes, Mighty Crown, yes.
From Japan, yeah, we bring them for the first time. And we start bringing the authentic culture to the region. We even bring Donisha Pendergast, who is Bob Marley's granddaughter, to come out to the islands. And she can't believe I take her into the ocean in Indonesia and she see a Bob Marley bar. And she said, I cannot believe somewhere in the ocean so far away there is something dedicated to my grandfather.
Wow,
so,
I would like to be there one day.
When you're ready, you're ready. Everybody in this chat, when you're ready, come check Chiney Money. Me take you around.
All right, we're going over there. The song now. Tell us how that song come about. The whole background about that song and so forth. You know what I mean? Because people like to know what's going on, why you write the song, what's what. Because the song have meaning. Every song have a meaning.
Yes.
Some of them have some deep meaning and so forth. And not only that, people. She's here and I am embracing her. Our warmness, everything, the way she's not being an international artist. I feel proud interviewing an international artist, you know what I mean?
Well, you're giving international love right now, Dr. Love. And
right now, I feel like a group because they're international.
No, man, all just people, you know.
Right. So tell us how that song come about and you know, that song.
All right. It might be the most difficult song I ever have to write. That's for sure. I've been in the business now for over 15 years. Right. So definitely been around, meet a lot of people, gone through some situations. But in 2019, I was on a tour, on a reggae tour. Right. And we were touring I set up the tour in Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Right. But then now the tour go to Australia, and they bring me on the tour as an artist, not as a promoter when we gone to Australia. Right. So, and then after that, the tour is supposed to go to Japan. Right. So during this time, we did our first show in Melbourne, Australia. Right. And on this tour, the headlining artist of the tour sexually assaulted my assistant. Whoa. So my assistant is also a good friend of mine. Right. She's a young girl from Singapore, very quiet, very sheltered. And she was mentoring under me. Like, I see she have a good mind, you know, but she's just too shy and close up, you know. So bring her on the road and teaching her a whole heap of things, and everything was going nice. We toured Singapore, we toured Malaysia, we toured Indonesia. Right. But now when we hit Australia now, after the Melbourne show, one night I get call away from some people I meet at the festival because they want me to run some dub plates. Right. So I leave out to go to the studio to record some dub plates. And so the girl is staying in our Airbnb to work on some videos. She's on the tour filming us.
Well, I don't mean to cut it. Do me a favor. Because people are
sure.
Because me don't know if you do. Can you type your Facebook name at the bottom of the
Major one.
Yeah, type it. Okay. Then I want to pin it. Type it that I could pin it. Because every time I try to type something here, it always give me problems. So can you type it? Somebody type Major one for me and let me pin it.
We just type it. We just type it.
Okay. Well, I don't see it come up as yet. Okay, yes. Okay. Yes. See, it's right. See, man, tell her technology. Oh, when you hold your hold. Wait, did I pin the wrong one? Wait, I pinned the wrong. Wait, let me pin. You see me pin the wrong one. Okay, there you go. Now, there you go. There's our Facebook name and our Instagram name. Okay, sorry about that. You can go ahead.
That's all right. So yeah, so after the Melbourne show, I get called away to a studio. So it's the first time I leave a girl. Before that, she's shooting me like it's a reality show. She's by my side. She's at my foot every moment, you know.
Right.
And so I finally go away. Now in this Airbnb, I have my own room. She have her own room, and the next artist have his own room.
Right.
But the problem now is that we share a common area. So we share a living room, kitchen space, all them things. So she was in the living room, in a shared area. So I can say that I come home late that night. Right. And I find her just freeze up, looking like she's seen a ghost or something happened to her. Right. But by then, I'm coming back from the studio at like 4 or 5 a.m. I frost out. Right. I said, "What happened to you, girl?" She's gone to sleep, man. And I just go to my bed. Right. The next morning, I noticed that she is in the shower for almost an hour. And I say, "Why this girl showering for 1 hour? Like, what happened to her?" And then so we come out into the kitchen. The artist was just like, "Good morning, Major. Everything is normal." Right. We look at the girl. The girl is looking down on the ground. She cannot look anybody in the eye. She looked like something really fuck up. Wow. Now, I want to say two things. You have to understand that first, before this night, we were all laughing together and just having a good time on tour and experiencing the thing, and everything was fine. The other thing I will say is this artist that was the perpetrator was someone I considered a friend. Right. Somebody that I trusted. It's not like we want to speak bad against this person because out of nowhere we want to say bad things about him. No. Right. He was someone that I considered a friend. Right. But from when I see the girl act that way, and I've done a lot, I've been around the block, so I know when something happened to a woman. Right. And how she start to act, you know? Right. So as soon as he leave out, I say, "What happened to you?" And she just looking on the ground, shaking her head like she don't want to see me. I said, "Okay, let me just ask you some things, and you just have to nod yes or no. You don't have to tell me what happened." Right. So I say, "He tried to hug you," and she's like this. "He tried to kiss you," it's like this. I'm like, "You have to try to have sex with you." Okay. And she freeze up, and she start tears just pouring down her face. Wow. And she just tell me, "I don't have the words to tell you. I don't have the words to even tell you." Wow. And from that moment, I know something happened. So I don't ask her to say anything. I said, "Would you like to go see a doctor?" And she said, "Yes, I think that would be a good idea." So we are in Australia, you know. I don't know. I don't have that many links in Australia. So we are just two foreign girls in a foreign land trying to figure this thing out. And I never experienced something like this before. So take her to a doctor. The doctor said, "Well, she wants to get a rape kit done." You know, the test they give girls, like they give you right after a sexual assault happened to, so that you can submit to the police and them kind of things. Right. But they said in Australia, you cannot have a rape kit done unless you're willing to press charges against the person. Wow. So you have to remember this girl is a very sheltered girl, you know. Right. And she just start crying. She said, "I don't want to ruin everything. I was just here to help, and now I don't know what to do." And she's crying and press charges. And I say, "Look, you tell me something. If whatever happened to you last night have happened to me, what would you do?" And she said, "I would want him fucking dead." Right. Wow. And from then I know she get raped. From then I know that girl got hurt badly. And from there we pressed the charges. And the start of that song, I was sitting inside the hospital, and inside my head, something just stuck in my head, the loop going, "Not all that glitters is gold, not all that shines is the light." Because this man is someone I trusted. And he wanted to make me a big artist, you know. Him take me to Jamaica before and bring me on, you know, RETV and whole heap of Jamaican media to big me up, basically. And so he was trying to promise me this glitter life, the star life, you know. Right. And so that's why it stuck in my head that not all that glitters is gold and not all that shines is the light. Right. And I cannot do what I'm told if what I'm told isn't right. So I have to just talk truth right now. Right. So people, let me just go back on that for some people may just coming in. So let me tell you something. Let me make this very clear first before I go any further. And I just keep it real. Now, this young lady
we're doing an interview. She's not on my page to look a boss because she's already boss already. She's not on here to look fans. She already have fans already. She's not here trying to gain you as Jamaican to support her because she wants to be in the industry. She's already in the industry. She's already doing it big already. So this is not what it is. We're doing an interview and so forth. And I've heard about the story and so forth as we talked about it previously and so forth. And I said, okay, we're going to talk about the song, whatever. She's not putting out a song to hope that you guys is going to support her through the song because of that. So what happened? She was on tour with a particular artist, a particular huge Jamaican artist. And she was on tour and her friend was on tour. And while they was on tour, she was in the studio doing her thing and so forth. Her friend was back at the Airbnb, let's just say back at the hotel with this particular artist. Now this particular artist, right, of what I've been told, let me just use the word allege, right? Rape this young lady, right? Force himself on the young lady, have sex with her, all kind of intercourse, whatever it is. And it's a person that's not really out there, but it's a person that's on the tour of getting into the music and so forth. And when you have somebody like that, and you got artists out there that are Arnie, I call them Arnie artists, right? That don't understand that is not everything you can get.
That's Ivan.
And not only that too, the sign of it is that when a woman tell you no, no me no. Even if you're having sex with your girlfriend or your wife and she said no, no me no. And one of the
Respect,
problems
Dr. Love, respect, yeah.
That in music industry, what I realized, me in the music industry, I've seen a lot of things and so forth. Some of these artists, they will go around, they will rape little boys, they will rape little girls, and because them have a name, them feel like say it is okay for their name to protect them. And then people don't believe somebody when somebody said they have been raped. And rape happen every single day, right?
Yes,
and
man.
for an artist to hold a girl down and have sex with her and so forth. Let me tell you something. One thing I know. You see, here in the United States of America, if a woman cry out rape and that woman have go to the hospital, I don't know about no other country and so forth. Trust me, once you do it, they're gonna find you guilty because it's going to be proved that it happened. Right? In foreign countries, kind of different and all of that and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, the person that suffered through this is the victim, the person that have been abused. And a lot of reggae artists out there are rapists. They go around and they do these things and they get away with it. And because nobody is pressing charge on them and so forth, it becomes a part of their life. It becomes norm. Because, you know, I've been on tour where I've gone tour with artists, you know, I go to Europe and I see the way these artists is when them see the little girls, them and they look pretty, them head boss and so them promise them. Well, like one particular artist I know, he don't sing that much anymore. I know of a girl, and we was doing a show. The show was in Maryland, and I was there, and the artist was there, and the artist go up to the girl and talking to the girl and blah 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 blah, and you know, the girl came on our team and it was promised the girl because the girl could sing, so listen, I'm going to boss you. I'm going to make you be the biggest thing. I'm going to do this for you. But then when the girl told me about it, I'm saying to myself, but this artist is not really going on with anything. He need a boss right now because he's not relevant in any form of way. But he's promised the girl is because he needs some sex. And when artists need sex, they will do these things and
a different type of boss, you know.
Different kind of boss. They need boss. And for this particular artist to, because I'm using the word allege, for this artist to do this and so forth, and rape this young lady and so forth, right? I wasn't there, she wasn't there, but it's based on what we hear and so forth. So we are going off of that and so forth. But one thing I know for sure, you ever hear a thing in a life called karma? And some of these artists, they have little girls and they have little boys. And they don't understand that, listen, the things that you do to people, girl picnic, it will come around your girl picnic, or your girl picnic, or feed them picnic. It's generation of curse of generation of a problem. So
A
we're
true
not
man.
here talking about, say, we're talking about, oh, trying to paint a picture on anybody or so forth. But she did a song based on what happened to her friend and so forth. And regardless if she come on my live or not, or regardless if it's playing Jamaica or not, the song is big anyway. She already have a name already. She already have an international name. She already toured the world. So at the end of the day, she don't need this platform to make a statement. We're doing an interview and it's a part of the interview and so forth. And I really hope that whoever doing the investigation will do the proper investigation. And if this person did do something like that, I am really open to the mercy of God that they will put him in our cell where there's no toilet, there's nothing, that there's punishment. Now, people may say, oh, you shouldn't do this. No. Punish somebody for a crime, just like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby have done something years ago, and Bill Cosby have ended up in jail. We have a lot of Jamaican Bill Cosby in the music industry. A lot of Jamaican Bill Cosby in the music industry. We can go back to a thing as Jack Cure, for example. How what happened with Jack Cure? Jack Cure did time in jail for stuff, you know what I mean, for rape. He was found guilty. So once you find guilty of it, you do it, right?
Yeah.
No, other people find guilty and may not do it. But then Jack Cure was previously in another situation like that and so forth, where it didn't go anywhere, but rape happened every day. And okay, you don't know, people are gonna say you're Chinese, right?
Yeah. Like I have one lyric in the song that said, talent don't mean you have a principle.
Right.
So sometimes the man voiced like a dream. Beautiful, you know.
Right.
But it, you know, I think that one thing I love about Jamaica is that music catch people and people feel music in their hearts so real. And me as an artist love to perform for an audience that just understand music and love the spirit of music.
Right.
But we cannot let the romance and that spirit of music say, well, because the man sing good, he can't do nothing bad. They have nothing to do with each other. Talent don't mean you have a principle. So I think what I gotta say is that when the thing happened, a lot of people victim blaming, you know, or come to me like, Mirja, how you know that happened? You was there? You was there to watch the rape happen?
Right.
I say, what kind of stupid question is that?
Right.
No, I wasn't there to watch it happen. But I know this girl went from being a healthy, intelligent, and vibrant girl that was on her way, building her confidence and going somewhere, to, for the last year and a half, me going to therapy with her, taking her to therapy. She crying, she get triggered. When we watch a movie on TV, she can't watch no sex scene or she get triggered.
Right.
She get fucked up, man.
How old is this girl?
She is 25, 26.
Right.
But you have to understand, in Jamaica, you grow mature really young, you know.
Right.
But in Singapore, you can be very sheltered for a long time.
Right.
She said she had never even heard the term sexual assault until it happened to her.
Wow.
That's how sheltered the girl is.
Wow.
No. When it happened, of course, we see the comments that say, yo, them Chinese girls just want attention. I said, you don't need attention, man. All right. And the next one say, these girls look at money from the artist.
Right.
I say, me name Chiney Money. Me not look money.
I like that. I like that.
But on a real thing, like we make our money, we are comfortable. It's not, you know, I think even more deeply about all the countryside girls, maybe in Jamaica or in a smaller country or smaller rural town, that an artist do that too, that really cannot have a platform to say anything about it because he's a big, famous artist.
Right.
And she is just some country girl. What's she really gonna say? She can't speak out against the man. So that's how we realize that we are in a unique position. Right. Because they also, I see some comments say, well, that's why you have to be careful when you tour in them Chinese places, because now there's a misunderstanding of culture and them call rape, but maybe it's not rape, it's just cultural misunderstanding.
Right. Well, people have to understand, because look into this now. Now, as an artist see you and then say, oh, it's a nice Chinese girl and so forth. And they may have them fantasies to say, okay, they want a Chinese girl and so forth. I'm going to ask you a question now, and I know you could answer this question. When you was in Jamaica and living in Jamaica, right? We're not talking about name. How many artists come to you and promise you and look in front from you, do everything to get some front from you? How many person come to you?
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100 I think enough people, right? Like
Right.
enough artists. Sometimes you go into the studio, the producer say he think you're bad and he wanna do something for you. And come in the studio, the lights turn down low, and you're like, we're not trying to do music here, are we? You
Right.
know. But how my mouth is rough,
Mm-hmm.
we just have to talk truth, and I will just call people out all the time.
Right.
One time, we have a one bad man come up to me in a dance, you know, in Kingston, and he
Right.
hold his gun so he
Right.
hold gun on the clip,
Right.
and say, "You're Chinese. You have to give me your number, you know."
Right.
And it's scary. I mean, I'm a Singaporean girl, and the man hold gun and ask for my phone number.
Right.
So me have to say, "What? You need a gun to look pussy?" And everyone just laugh and this kind of thing, and them laughing and laughing. But let's say I am not that kind of personality.
Right.
Let's say I am the personality of my assistant.
Right.
Why should she even be in that situation? She would not know what to say.
Which,
And
right.
you know, and it should not be a skill of a woman to
Right.
learn how to duck and avoid rape in the music industry. Like, it's a skill, you know?
Right.
It should not be a skill, man. You just have to behave yourself and show some self-control.
Right. And then you know what? You know what I don't like with people too, and not because you're here on the show. What I don't like with people, right? Not because they may call you Chinese, or you may look Chinese, or a person may be white and whatever it is, because they open their mouth and say something. People always get this black and white thing where I never understand. It's like, okay, if a white woman say a black man do something, or a Chinese somebody, you know, them say, oh, well, because my black, the Chinese want to do this. But the Chinese have feelings too, and the Chinese have pumps to where every man want some of the Chinese pumps. So guess what, then the idea? Who now gonna say, well, that man now gonna look at China girl and now gonna look at whatever it is. And you're not a bad looking girl. So the fact that you're not that bad looking girl now, what's gonna happen in the music industry and so me not cute looking, but guess what? When the girls them see me and all of that, them say Dr. Love them love me and whatever it is and so forth. Everybody like who them like. So the thing with these rape charge and so forth, there's a lot of artists that are living, and this is one of the reasons why so much little girls have been disappear in Jamaica, cannot find them because they have been raped and they have been murdered by regular civilians and by artists, producer, police, government official. When you can't find this little girl, as soon as they hear a little girl missing for a month or 2 months, you can just mark her as death, rape. And the reason why them kill them because them identify the face and know who the person is. So them end up killing them and so forth. And this happened and the government have done nothing about it. So when an artist leave Jamaica and go rape, right? And feel like it is whatever it is and so forth. And let me tell you something. As a man, you can't believe things and you can't believe things and you can't know what is true from what is not true. And there's a lot of good truth to the story with a lot of things. And for this particular person to turn around and do this and so forth, it is not good. What's going on with the investigation right now? Is there any?
It's still open, but our lawyer, is sharing that it might be a political issue because if the charge go forward, then they have to involve 2 embassies because it's 2 foreigners have a problem in a foreign country.
Okay.
Let me tell you this, and you know, say what you will. I'm gonna talk truth right now.
Right.
If my assistant was a blonde, white Australian girl,
right,
you best believe the investigation already done in the man lockup. But
right,
you know, this situation is 2 foreigners
right,
in a foreign land.
Right.
When this thing happened, I take myself off tour.
Right.
But I never chat the man's name because I'm not stupid and I don't want to get, you know, until the charge come in, I want to get, you know, sued for defamation or whatever it is. So I never say anything.
Right.
And I also want to make sure everything is okay. The only thing in my mind is to make sure my sister is safe and okay.
Right.
So I take myself off of the tour. I just go. And the man come out and call himself out and say, you're in. People are saying things about me and this mischievous behavior. And the truth is, Major One is a bitch. And she was so difficult on tour that we kick her off the tour. And once we kick her off the tour, she's so bitter that she make up a story about rape on her assistant. But hear me now. The Singapore Dub Club, the events company I run, is the one that booked that tour. We went from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia.
Right.
So tell me how I can kick myself off of my own tour.
That don't make
That makes sense.
That don't make sense because if you book the artist and you are the one in charge of the tour, you are the one that
kick myself off.
Oh, you're gonna kick us. So who's gonna run the tour?
Right. So I think, I mean, there's this assumption, of course, if it's a big reggae tour, that it's not a woman organizing the thing, you know, but it
Right.
actually was. So a whole heap of lies, a whole heap of problems. But the most important thing I want to say is two things, really.
Right.
One, I want to release the song
Mm-hmm.
because this is a community effort.
Right.
For all the little girls out there that get hurt, whether it's Jamaica, whether she's Jamaican, whether she's Chinese, whether she's
Mm-hmm.
green or blue or brown, we not care.
Right.
You know, I think that it's important for the community to understand
Mm-hmm.
that it is a community effort, because a perpetrator depends on silence and isolation for
Right.
him to go on and get away with all them dirty things that he does, you know?
Right.
That's what he depends on. And if the community, whether it's a reggae community or a hip hop community or a dance hall community, to say, no, we don't stand for these violations on our brothers and sisters in the dance,
Right.
then that man have more pressure because he can't act like that anymore.
Right.
So it is really, I put out this song because I want to raise the consciousness
Right.
of the community. And we get a whole heap of sound system selectors to play the song and say, "Bon vampire business," and we don't support rape in our music that
Right.
we love. And if we uplift the community to a level that we call out them kind of things.
But with this, let me ask you a question. With this whole situation and so forth, have you like any fear of going to Jamaica? Any fear within yourself as any, you know, like persecution?
Good question.
You know,
Good question.
how are you like coping with it as knowing that somebody's pointing their finger at you for something they have done, and you know them and they know you and so forth? How do you feel about going to Jamaica? What's your fear with it?
Well, I can say this, like, the man gonna have to point a finger at me and not at my assistant, because she only have 100 people listening to her, and me have 100,000 people listening to me.
Right.
So if I speak out against rape, I speak out against the violations, then I am more of the threat than the girl that don't have an influence.
Right.
You know?
And the girl
So
has
definitely,
Jamaica. The girl had never been to Jamaica before, right?
no, I bring her to Jamaica before.
Okay.
I brought her to Jamaica before, and
Right.
yeah. So I gotta say, it hurt my heart. I had to think a long and hard before I released the song, because God, no, I love Jamaica. I know
Right.
I am not Jamaican, but something in my heart, maybe in a few lifetimes ago, I was born in like St. Catherine or something, because I love, I love it.
But you know,
And
you know what? I don't mean to cut you, but a lot of people is watching, and a lot of females are watching me right now who end up being raped, still going through rape things. I know somebody personally right now who somebody tried to rape, and up to the date, that person remember the rape that have take place, and the fact that it have. And let me say something to you. I'm gonna come in with something that don't have much to do with it. But let me play the song. Let me play the song and go back to that, because I'm gonna hear something. So people, I'm gonna play this song. I want you to listen to the song. And you see, songs, it's spirit. It's a medicine for the heart. You can listen to us and you can know the meaning of it. Listen to the song again.
Yes, sir. Jah gotta protect us when we do what's right in life. Never blinded by glittering lights. Help my sister in this darkest time. Them say good over evil, so we let the truth aside.
hard truth.
Listen to me, who we really trust in life. Wolf in sheep's clothing may be creeping at your side. As they get to line, not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it positive, your life. Telling them when you have a principle, go to church and spiritual. Calling God but calling in the good that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and be the cultural. Out of many bad mind cannot represent good evil. The evil that lurks, hands move under the skirts. Sing a woman's word and violate her in the worst. Now been town to birth, city high alert. Run the vampire out of town, no concert.
Not all the shines.
I will not do what I'm told. If what I am told is right.
That song, I can tell you, that song is not only a message, but that song is a hit. And I can tell you, you're going to get so much support for that song. And I'm going to bring this up because it have nothing to do with it. But let me tell you something. Oh, I'm not a female, but it's hard for a female. No, when I was 13 years old, I was living with my mom, and a family member see me and decided to say, okay, they want me to be a part of their family.
Mm.
I never in my life had grown up at a young age. We only say dog and cow have sex and things like that. I would peep through
Mm-hmm.
so forth. But then this is a living truth, and I raised my right hand to talk about it and my kids' life. So then I live with the family, and I was only 12 and a half, 13. And I remember one day I was in the house, and the woman said to me, the woman called my name and said, Chris. And I said, yes, right? And
Mm-mm.
some things feel like it's like you're born, and either you're born with certain things or whatever it is. And I remember when the person called me, I will never forget the size of the room. I will never forget the bed. And I remember how dark the room is. So when I turned the corner, it was a little, oh, when I turned the corner, the door was open, but the room was dark. And I walk into the room, and I will never forget this word at 12, 13 years old. The woman said to me, said she want me to play with her pum pum. I never forgot that word. Never forgot that word. So when she said that and so forth, I can't say I remember what my feeling was. How did I feel at that moment? But I know that the act carry out, and it carry on for quite a long time. And I had sex when I was 12, 12, 13, about that, 12, 13, 14. I never forgot the woman said she wanted to play with her pum pum. I never forgot that, right?
And you was a child.
I was a
And
child.
you was a child.
I was a
Yeah.
child that time, right? That's why people have to be careful or you send a pit to go to people's yard. Anyway,
Yeah.
that happened and happened and happened till it's called a demonic thing. You see,
Yeah.
rape is a demonic thing. Is a demon that a person have accept in their life. So that happened, and I'm sleeping with this person for quite a long time. I never tell my mother. I never tell anybody, because if I talk, I would have heard that he's a liar, or if I didn't talk, I would have end up dead. That's how bad
Yes.
it was. Anyway, I reached to a point where there was a helper that was at the house. I get so comfortable now within sex that the helper actually live here in the state of New Jersey. And when I was coming to America, the helper actually bring me to this place where I have to look about the documents and so forth. And I run into a couple years in Jersey. And I went to her one day and said to her, I said, if she can give me some pum pum. Never forgot. That time I probably about probably up in at the 13, 14, me asked her, she can give me some pum pum. And she said, what you gonna do with pum pum? And she was way older than me, right? Anyway, you want to see me as a little boy, I said, me a get pum pum, right? Now, because of that previous person that have indebted that in my life at a young youth, right? Now, I'm glad say it was a woman and it's not a man. No, but here's the thing now with that.
They're more violent.
That happened over and over and over and over and over till I become so sexual active to that person. And one day out of the blue, I went and I talked to somebody about it, a friend of mine about it. And the friend said, I like it. And then me try to prove so much to the person. It's like me I talk about it now and just bring me back to them time there. Me try to prove so much to the person of what take place, how it happened, whatever it is. I remember one time when I came, I'm gonna just phrase it in some ways. I remember one time that woman let me have sex with her. And only thing me can remember, it was going on for days and days. I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking. Me get up, me just drop on the ground. So at my young age, I never want to tell nobody because I was scared of getting killed. And I straight up them life. And that happened till I break away from that. Right? Break away, and it took me years to get over that. And me as a man, I can tell you, say, I was raped. That was literally rape.
Yes, I'm sorry it happened to you.
It was bad, and I talk about this in my life before, but going through that and so forth. Now, sometimes I think about it and I say, oh, well, I'm glad that did happen because it made me be this person, whatever, and blah, blah. But at
Sure.
the end of the day, how much little boys have been raped by man and raped
Yes.
by woman and cannot
Yes.
talk because if they talk, they becomes a lie. So put myself as a man now in that girl position is that she was raped because she was there. She know what happened. We wasn't there and so forth. Think about how she feel. Think about the suicidal. Think about the crazy thing that goes through her mind. Think about how she feel less than a woman, and you know what I mean. Think about how
Yeah.
she's scared of man, or that man have put a fear in her life where no, she don't even want to go around man and so forth. Even if she have a boyfriend,
Yes.
it becomes a zombie in her life and so forth, right? And it happened over and over and over and over to people, and sometimes people don't believe people, and even when then the truth is right there. Can I have
Yes.
a number? Can I have even when the truth is there and they're found them guilty, it's still a problem. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
There is a lot of male artists in Jamaica. Bill Cosby that's walking around, that's walking and raping little boys and raping little girls, and nothing comes out of it. And it happened
Yes.
only in Jamaica, it happened in America, it happened in Europe, it
All
happened
around the world.
all around the world. It happened. I have known another female artist. As a matter of fact, I know two female artists, right? That one of them have been raped 2 times. 2 times. And the 2 times the person have been raped and so forth, I know, actually, I know two of the raper, two of the man, one of the man that did one, and one that did the other one. And I heard about it and whatever it is and so forth. And when these girls talk about it, people tell them, say I lie, them I tell. And I personally know two of the person who physically carry out rape. And I see them and people glorify them. People say, oh, John Brown, that one is nice and so forth. And me know within myself, say, them are rapists. Because
Yeah.
me know a woman where it happened to, and I've been around the black where I hear conversation and I've seen things with my own eyes for myself.
Yes.
That there's no doubt about it. You understand what I'm saying? So people don't be quick to judge and say, okay, well, she a Chinese, I lie, she a tell because
Exactly.
she a Chinese and so forth. What about when somebody at Jamaica cry out for rape and so forth? What you gonna say? Oh, I lie, she a tell, or because she a Chinese, you gonna say, well, I lie, could get a tell and whatever it is. Or I lie, she a tell. But even Vegas talk about it over and over. Vegas have talked about this whole rape situation over and over that have happened. And too much people have sheltered these Jamaican artists that walk around and rape over and over and over and over. And I hope that this young girl, no, you can't put back what happened to her. You can't change what happened to her. But I hope that the law in that country will find this to be truth and find that person guilty of something that they have committed, right? Because they have done something and they're going to sit back. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I see some things in the media, I laugh about it. And I have a lot of reasons why I laugh about some things. I just smile and just say, ah, boy. And I have all my reasons why I laugh about a lot of things in the media. And the media is a thing that will damage you so much and make you look like whatever it is. No, a lot of artists, even the two-person women who are rape, they will never, under any circumstances, ever see me and come to me and say, Dr. Love A, B, and C, or whatever it is. They will never. Even if I call a name, they will never even come after me in any form of yourself, because guess what happened? I'm the living truth. I got the truth and I know the truth. And guess what happened? I will support the female and I will back up the female with
Respect.
it's just like for example, when we're gonna go to one person, not to mention it, but it's just like when somebody raped Tana Stevenson and she come out with it and said she was raped. So much female crucify and say, girl, you're wicked, you're a liar, nothing no go like that, and you just look a boss now or whatever it is. And I saw the story. And when I saw the story, I sent her a message in Facebook. And when I sent her the message in Facebook, I sent her my number. I was driving. I'm a phone.
Yeah.
The person. No, I think she said to me, say, oh, no, the person said, oh, you know him. No, me text Tanya. The first name and the last name. And she text back and she said, oh, you know. I'm going to say, okay, I tell her, oh, me know. I'm going to give her my number. I was talking on the phone for a long time. And she said, you see how people have beat me? I want me explain to her exactly what happened. My mind, I never did it. But me explain to her what happened, where she was coming from the night, and how the person will lie down and rape her, how she couldn't talk. And when she have go to all of the therapy and stuff like that, she can finally. She go to therapy, and the one time the girl come out and say, she was raped, everybody murdered her and said, I lie, she had tell her whatever it is, and she had cracked it, you had coke it, this and that.
What
So
I
me
never
the
understand is why would anyone want to make up that story? Because let me tell you, for Chinese culture, for Asian culture, the worst thing you can do is lose your face. You always have to have a proper, you know, you're just a proper Chinese person.
Right.
So the most terrible thing you can do is come out and say I was raped. Because the Chinese families, the Asian families will tell you that don't tell no one. We don't want to embarrass the family. We don't want to embarrass this person, that person. So it took a lot of strength for this young girl to say, Meja, I want to come out about it. I don't want to hide it. And I asked her why she wanted to do that, because I'm worried about her, and her dad will know, her uncle will know. Singapore is a small place, you know. And she said, because I know he is still out there, and I'm very scared he'll do it to someone else. Well, and I could not live with myself if he go do that to someone else.
Right. Well, they're gonna keep doing it.
And when we came out and said, I'm gonna take myself off tour, I get 4 DMs from 4 different women in 2 different countries to say, we're glad you come out and say it, because this same artist made us feel very uncomfortable. One of them was a dancehall dancer. She said this same artist was in Australia last year, and he offered me a plane ticket to Jamaica for sex. Then a next girl in Italy said that, you know, I used to do PR for him, but he made me feel so uncomfortable and so terrible. I said, why you don't do something about it? Why don't you speak out about it? And she said, no, because the man that brought him here is my fiance, and he'll kill me. He'll be so mad that this happened. And so a lot of these women, one of the girls did actually speak out, and she write a police report and file it in Australia for us.
Wow.
So we did have a backing from one of the girls, but 4 of the girls said, no, we just wanted to share with you that you did and stand up for the thing that we could never have done, because we was too embarrassed or upset about the thing. So already I know my assistant is not the only one.
Right.
And I think it's important to speak out about this, number 1, for the community to believe survivors and support survivors. And number 2, me as, you know, I'm representing and bringing authentic reggae to Singapore, which is very, very far away from Jamaica.
Right.
So let me tell you, there is a whole heap of stereotype, because everyone on this side of the world think that all reggae is just about the smoke thing.
Right.
And it's very, very illegal in Singapore to smoke herb. You cannot do it.
Oh, for real?
Like, even a small little pinner is a minimum 2 years in jail.
Really? Oh, yes. You know what happened? You know what happened? Yes, because I watch a lot of prison video all over the world, and I remember seeing some guys in jail for some simple thing as smoking. Yes.
Yeah, Singapore will cane your ass. Them get one kung fu man and cane your backside if you're smoking. Trust me, it doesn't feel good. They cane you, you know. So the stereotype about all Jamaican music is that everyone smoke weed. Everyone is just there like that. And I said, no man, Jamaica is a culture. So we start cooking the food and making some nice like jerk pan and sharing that this is not just about some weed culture. This is about, you know, food and laughter and literature and poetry and music, and it is a culture between people. So then we work really hard to break those stereotypes. The next stereotype about reggae music now was reggae music is for poor people.
Right.
That's what people tell me, because we try to get sponsorship for the show, and they were like, nah man, reggae music for poor people.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I purposely book all of our parties at the most expensive places in Singapore.
Whoa.
And we gone to the top and most 5-star places and throw one big blood clot bash to show them that reggae music is for everybody, not poor people.
For poor people.
All right. So we break that stereotype. And this is over years that I'm breaking this stereotype. And everyone start to accept it and like the culture now and say, wow, this thing is nice. And people, look, Chinese people in Singapore are real stressed out. They work too much. They're very they don't have dreams in life. They don't follow their passion. So suddenly there's a party, they're listening to reggae music, they hear the message and they're like, this is nice, we can take it easy, so it's good.
Right.
And then there's also the idea of racism, right? How Chinese people look different from black people, and so they're like, well, you know, Major, I mean, I really know this black people music and this kind of thing. So we start to break down those barriers too.
Right.
We bring in Mighty Crown. We bring out the authentic. We bring in Sister Nancy, who like showing them the original chat and everything. All right. So years, we are breaking down the stereotypes of racism, of whatever prejudice. And I booked the wrong artist, and we bring in the wrong artist, and now the artist turned rapist. And now all of these venues and bookers say, Major, see, we told you we don't want reggae music because it brings rapists.
Wow. Wow.
And me is not a person that is criticizing Jamaica, you know. I love Jamaica. I love Jamaican culture. I love Jamaican people. Jamaican people take care of me, whether I'm down in the ghetto and they give me their last rice and peas and cow food or whatever. They give me the last of their food and they take care of me. So I love Jamaican people.
Somebody text me and asked me a question. And I say I wasn't going to answer the question. I'll be ignoring the question. And it's a question that you don't have to answer the question, but...
All right.
No, it's a weird question. Anyway, the person said, ask her if this particular person was her friend and if this person ever make a move at her before that she had declined.
It's a good question.
Right.
I think this person was my friend.
Right.
When I first meet him, he kind of sweet on me, but you know, for me, I just push it off as like Jamaican man chat, you know, sweet words and that kind of things, like Chiney, you know, you look good and everything, and you know, so those kind of things are just like yeah. But when the man start to know me now, and he understand that I'm about my business, I have opportunity for him. I can open up a market of millions of people to him, because a lot of Jamaican artists never come to this side of the world. When he realized that there is money attached to our relationship, he realizes that if he fuck with me, that means he loses the opportunity as well. So I can say that the man sometimes say some sweet things like, you know, Chiney, you are the sweetest Chinese face I ever see. You know, now and then you hear them things there, you know, but nothing that ever make me feel like so uncomfortable. I can tell you that this is somebody that I trusted. This is somebody that I considered a mentor. He told me that he thought I had a special talent or you know, singing and everything. He was telling me about Rankin Pumpkin. You know about Rankin Pumpkin?
No,
the one like some Magnum dancehall king and queens battle, you know. He's like, you're not that kind of person. You actually can chat and you actually understand the music. So he believed in me, and this person believed in me, and his confidence in me meant so much to me. I look up to this person until this happened. All right, but I will tell you this: the night that it happened, and I know along the tour, him have his little girls, and in Indonesia, him did get a prostitute. And
wait. Let's go back there. So, you know, something like your vibe. So you're saying that in Indonesia, the particular artist did get a prostitute and buy a prostitute and get prostitute.
He requested it from my friend that was the main booker. And he don't really make it so in front of our face, you know. You think everybody asleep and that kind of thing, and go do those things. Look, I'm not thrilled about it, but everyone's business is their business, so we just left it alone, right? It's not like I really want to judge people and you know, be in their face and that kind of thing. But no, the night before this happened, the man started get antsy, you know, and he say, Mirza, you know, here in Australia, there is some very discreet places. And you know, me like, what's discreet place? What does that mean? It's like, well, you know, some gentleman club. I was like, what's a gentleman club? I mean, I know. And then he started describe the thing, and he said, I want you to look out for me, like come with me there, but just watch my back. And I'm sitting, I say, a brothel? You want me to go to a brothel with you? And he's like, no man, don't say that. It's a very discreet place. It's a gentleman club. And I said, look here. Why you don't just sleep with a groupie that come off the stage that is interested in you, you know? Or we live in we're staying in a nice part of Australia, a whole hype scene and nightclub and everything. Why don't, tonight I cannot go because I'm going to the studio.
Right.
But tomorrow, let's go to the club and have a dinner and dance and just meet a nice girl and just gone off with a girl. Like, find a girl that like you, you know?
Right.
And he told me he don't go with the groupies because the promoters were watching and he don't like people in his business like that. So he would rather go to a discreet gentleman club.
Right.
And so I said, I don't know, man. You know, me as a woman, I never had somebody ask me to escort them to a brothel before, you know? So it's not even that I say no, because, you know, I'm just trying to be accommodating because I'm still kind of a tour manager at this point.
Right.
So then I'm just like, well, it's a bit strange. And I don't know if I feel comfortable to do that.
Right.
But I want you to be happy, but I don't know if I'm comfortable to do that.
Right.
And so he's like, never mind. Forget that I even say this. Forget I say this. And then as I'm walking out the room, he say, hey, Meja, don't mention this to my little niece. Because he called my assistant his niece and she called him uncle.
Oh.
And for me, two people that he called her niece, she called him uncle, there's no threat there. It's like there's no sexual threat. It's okay. But I will tell you this. From the moment he meet her, he was hitting on her. Okay? Wow. The first time he meet her, she come up to me after the show and she said, this is how innocent she is. She goes, Meja, is it a cultural practice in Jamaica to stick your tongue in someone's mouth when you meet them?
Oh. Wow.
And I said, what? And she said, yeah, the man just meet me right now and he kissed me and then I felt his tongue in my mouth.
Wow.
And I said, that's really weird. No, are you serious? And I'm like, okay, the man is drunk, so you see maybe the man's drinking or something.
Right.
But after that, he had a different tour manager at the time, so I sat down with his tour manager. I said, if I'm gonna book this artist, tell him to fucking behave, man. He can't go on like this.
Right.
And it is my fault to not be more firm about it and say, I'm not fucking with you if you act that way.
Right.
So his tour manager and myself had a chat with him and said, look, you cannot act this way. You cannot be like this. All right. And then I had to pull the girl aside and said, this is not Jamaican culture to stick your tongue in someone's mouth when you meet them. Trust me. And listen, you need to learn how to tell people to fuck off.
Right. Pretty much. Wow.
Okay. So from the time that we tell him that, he stopped act bad. And he become the perfect gentleman. And he start call her niece and she call him uncle and everything circled back and everything is cool. And for over a year, we trust this person. We chatting with them on the phone and we gone in Jamaica, see them, gone to the dance with them, like everything is cool.
Right.
So I just got to say that this is someone we trusted. And I want to say that if there are artists out there that you're going to go to a foreign land and represent Jamaica,
right,
please understand that we're fighting against so much stereotype, so much racism, so much of these things that we're working to break down. Don't go overseas and act that way. I mean, you should never rape, period.
Right.
But when you go overseas and do these type of violations, that things stick. And it put in the mind to these Chinese people that this is how Jamaicans act. And I know this is not the case because I know more good Jamaicans than bad ones. That's for sure.
Right.
So yeah, it really break my heart. This whole situation break my heart.
Right.
I was gonna come out of the music business, you know. I said, I'm done with the fuckery. I don't want to deal with this thing.
Right.
It's fuckery.
Yeah, because
we come into this business because we love music.
Yeah, she was under your belt. Have you spoke to the artist since that, any form of conversation at all?
No. From the time it happened, the moment it happened, the moment we gone to the doctor and she tell the doctor everything, and we gone to the hospital and do the rape kit and everything. We have a phone a brethren who happens to be the producer of this song.
Right.
And we said, we need help. Like, I don't know nobody in this country. You is the only person I trust, and you live far away from the city. It's like a Rasta man that live in the bush, you know?
Right.
So I said, Rasta man, we're coming to your house, and this happened in 2019. We're coming to your house, and we are going to the bush, and I want this girl to feel safe. That's all my mind can think about is I want this girl to be safe.
Right.
Now, I am a professional, so I call up the promoter. I said, I cannot tell you where we are. I'm going to tell you the situation after. But right now, I want to tell you that I'm not going to be performing. and we're going to be away for at least a day.
Right.
Now, the reason I don't tell the promoter everything is because the promoter have his money sunk in this big artist.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know? And we have 2 more shows, one in Sydney, one in Perth.
Right.
And so I don't trust anybody that still have money sunk in the man to do something about the situation.
Which is true.
So I didn't say anything about the situation yet. I just told them that we will not be around.
Right.
And then we just left out from that place. And the promoter continued to tour this artist through the cities. In Sydney, the Australian artists rallied behind us, and they said, if this man touched the stage, we're not going to perform.
Wow.
Because they heard about what happened.
Wow.
And so that kind of power from the community to say we don't accept violators, we don't accept this kind of fuckery in this music and culture that we love so much.
Right.
It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing.
Wow.
So I hope that this song can inspire the community to come together and say we don't accept violators in our music.
Well, there's one question I want to ask you, and if you can't,
sure.
Okay. Do you remember if the young lady, your friend, ever tell you that they physically, right? No, we're not saying did they have sex? You know, like if they physically have sex, intercourse. You remember she saying anything like that? The person, if the person, your friend, did she tell you that she and this particular artist did they?
You mean before the rape?
No. In the rape, if there was involvement of physical sex.
Oh yes, there was. I mean, it was a rape. It was actually a sexual assault. It happened 3 times. She was scared. She freeze up.
Right.
I don't know how to describe more, but like this girl is very sheltered, and she come like a little girl, you know.
Right.
So
is it
and she have a boyfriend for over 12 years in Singapore. She never been with a next man. That is her man from time. Wow. You know. And she is not physically attracted to this artist because this artist is at least twice her age, and she call him uncle.
This person said, yes, she had a rape kit. Okay. Oh.
Yes, she had a rape kit. Right. Now let me tell you this. During the sexual assault, the man say, "Stop, move so much because me now want to hurt you and put marks on you."
Whoa.
So for me, it's somebody that know what they're doing. For me, not every time a rape kit gonna show something because, you know, people think rape come from some man in a bush that gonna jump out at you with a knife and rape you. You know? But this is somebody that we trusted, that we let into our home, that we brought into our country, that we tour every night with, that on the stage with. So you have to understand, this is somebody that we all trusted.
But this is did any news public, because people are asking that kind of question. Is there any? Let me say something, people. No, let me say something. If there's any news that was publicly went out there by any law enforcement or by anybody that went out there, any news that go out there and so forth, it's okay to say. But if there's no news that is existing, then that's a different conversation. Everybody is asking the same question over and over.
Can I share something?
Right.
The only news that is out there
right.
is in the Jamaican media, because this artist called themselves out
right.
and said there are a bunch of what was the word in use? Mischievous or something like that.
Right.
He just said that people are out there lying about him
right.
and make up a story about rape.
Right.
And I have been in the music industry for 30 years with a spotless history.
Right.
So the investigation is closed and they found no merit to the investigation
right.
and done.
Right.
Now, number one, we never call the man's name because I have a very close lawyer friend, so I'm protecting myself and the girl. Right. All right? So we never call his name. But the man called his own name out because people call me up and say, what kind of groupie or roadie or small time artist did this to your girl? They don't assume the headliner man did it, you know?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So they thought it was some other artist on the tour that do it. So the man called himself out.
So is there,
number two?
Do you know, you don't have to say a name, but do you know where anybody can find the story? Anybody, people that's watching Keep Back, you know where they could find the story? If anybody want to go read more about the story, there's anywhere But if you don't want it, then it's okay. It's no problem. You know what I mean?
I just say that the tour was in 2019 in Melbourne, Australia.
So in
And it's a reggae tour.
2019, so people could look up 2019, Melbourne, Australia. That's where the tour was. Reggae
Yeah.
artist rape, or maybe we can look up reggae artist rape in Australia, right?
And most of it happened in the media that come out about it
Right.
was in Jamaican media, because this artist returned to Jamaica and hit the media hard. Some of my people in Yard was calling me and say, you know,
Mhm.
he'd pay a whole heap of bloggers to
Right.
say a lot of things, you know.
Oh,
So I said, all right, well,
not
you know,
not
all I know is
not this
I don't
one.
want to say
Not
I
this
don't
one.
want to say anything because I only care about the health and safety of my friend.
Right.
But now, almost about a year and a half, almost 2 years after the whole thing, no, 2 years after the whole thing, no. I'm ready. Well, she's ready. She have enough strength to do this now. She gonna speak,
Right.
and we're gonna do it through the music
Right.
first, because music is there to free the people, you know.
Right.
And yeah, and the
I would have loved to talk to her.
and the other thing, well,
Yeah.
maybe we can get her on the show next week.
Yeah, I would love to talk to her.
Let me chat to her, and I think she would be willing to, honestly.
Yeah.
And when you meet the girl, you will not believe, like, every stereotype of why did you get raped? What was you wearing? Did you lead them on? Everything. When you see this girl, she is
Right.
such a proper, quiet, Chinese girl. She don't wear anything sexy.
Right.
She just like to be comfortable and do her work as a camera woman and this kind of thing, you know?
I know those kind of people.
Not that that should matter, because if I'm in my bra, my panties, and I say no, it still mean no, you know?
Right.
But we just say she don't fall into that stereotype at all.
Right.
Like, at all. She don't flirt, she don't nothing. She's just a very straight girl. So I will talk to her to see if she'll come on.
Yeah, talk to.
But
say
I will say this.
Talk to her, yeah.
The lie that was told is that the investigation is closed and they found no merit. But this is not true, because the investigation is still going on. I don't have much faith in the Australian police, I tell you the truth.
Okay.
But we're hoping that even when the song come out, maybe someone else has something to say, because I know that when I left that tour, 4 women had something to say about it. And I think about not even foreign, I think about Jamaica, where this person had the most influence, and how many Jamaican women have been hurt that cannot come out and speak against it, because he's most famous in Jamaica.
Right.
So it's very hard to make that kind of accusation against an elder, you know, a authority figure, a famous person, a rich person, an influential person. So yeah, man.
Wait a minute. Somebody asked a good question. Is the Jamaican government involved in it? Have they ever? Does the Jamaican government do anything about it? Have you heard anything that they have in any form of way?
I'll tell you this. We wrote a letter to the cultural minister,
Mrs. Green.
but I would also like to share that I met the cultural Babsy
Olivia Green, yeah.
Yeah, and a real cool woman, man. We love her a lot. She's cool.
Right.
And I meet her because this artist bring me to meet her, because they're friends.
Right.
So it's hard to tell the cultural minister that her friend have a problem.
Well, not really. You should tell her.
But well, we write a letter already, and we wrote it there. We wrote one to the Japanese government, because he was going to Japan after. But the truth is, let me tell you how the law works. Like, the truth is, until that charge come out into the public, there's nothing I can really say too much other than this song is not a witch hunt for this particular person.
Right.
This song is for
overall.
me to help my community and help other survivors out there that didn't have a chance to speak out against their person.
Right.
And I just think that if the whole community say we don't accept violations, then people like this perpetrator don't have anywhere to hide. Whether they get arrested or whether it's the laws of the street, that person cannot hide. That's all.
Just look up some. I just look it up on the internet. Oh, okay.
You're not saying nothing.
Yeah, we leave that out. They turn a blind. Yes, they blind. And then, you know what I like about what you said? You said that, okay, some people may call you Chinese or whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you talk about the black, the stereotype and all that and so forth. And as I always said, I do a lot of live and I talk about it. There's a lot of Jamaican Bill Cosby. There's a lot of Jamaican R. Kelly out there. And they're out there every day. And right now, as we're speaking at this minute, at 9:52 US time, artists is out there. Oh boy. I'm just laughing. Artists out there right now at this minute raping somebody boy pitney or somebody girl pitney as we speak right now. Some artists out there right now who are feeling up little girls right now at this minute while we are here doing this live talking about the same thing. So I hope that the song will reach, but I hope that the message itself, and as I said, people, this is not about busting this young lady. She already have a name already. It's not like somebody that just a try. She already have her fan base. She already international already. She already have her money. She's already where she is and so forth. And she already good at the music. She's not trying to use it. You know, sometimes people use strategy for boss. This is not what this is about. This is a total different situation that have take place. And she, or best thing she could have done, put it in writing. She could have taken a gun. She could have taken violence. She could have done so much thing while the artist was there. You know what I mean? But she take it in musically. And that music is a thing to express yourself. You know what I mean? So the song, I have to drop the song one more time again before we wrap it up. This song have to drop again, people. Listen to the song. As I said, this song is not to bust her. This is a song for people that have been raped. Listen to it.
Yes, sir. Jah gotta protect us when we do what's right in life. Never blinded by glittering lights. Our position in this darkest time, them say good over evil. So we let the truth aside.
I have to let the truth aside, you know?
Listen to me. We really just the life.
Wolf in sheep clothing might be looking at your side.
Not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it positive, you lie. Telling them when you have a principle. Go to church and spiritual. Calling God, but calling in the dead that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and paint it cultural. Out of many bad mind cannot represent good evil. Evil and hurts under the skirts. Sing a woman's word and violate her in the worst.
Melbourne town to Perth, Sydney high alert. Run the vampire out of town, no concert. If what I am told isn't right.
I'm not even gonna play the whole song because when the song is gonna be released
On Thursday, so 2 days from now. Well, 2 days from now where we're at.
2 days from now, yeah, because you're in a different place.
February 4th. And how it's reggae month right now, February 4th.
Oh, the perfect time in reggae month. And let me tell you something. This song is not only gonna be gearing at the situation, but this song is gonna be gearing at I'm here talking to you, and I'm just, it's a sad situation, but I'm just laughing about some things. I'm just smiling about some things and laughing about things. And I know
I want to share, like for me to put out this song as a Singaporean artist, I'm going to be shunned by my music industry because big artists do not talk about sexual assault in their music out here. It's very embarrassing or seen as taboo, you know? So I'm not doing it for a popularity move whatsoever.
Right.
But I think it's very important that, when we come out off the tour, a lot of big DJs and come to me and say, Meja, if I were you, I would just shut up about the whole thing, protect your money, protect your reputation, and tell the girl to suck it up.
Yeah, because they're probably doing the same thing.
Well, that's what the advice that I was given from everybody. And that's why the song stick to me, because I'm like, I will not do what I'm told if what I am told isn't right. And we have to do what's right in life now. We can't be quiet about things that are not right.
You have to sing that back again. Can you know why? You start singing.
But I think it is a very important meditation and mantra to remember, even if you teach your children this, right? If someone violate and pull them away and try to make them say, don't tell mommy, don't tell daddy, I want the kids to sing this out and say, I will not do what I'm told if what I am told isn't right. I think the kids should memorize that and sing that to a violator. It's important to instill in people that they cannot go on and be quiet, because it is the silence that allow these type of violations to keep on and keep on.
Right. Well, you know what happened, my dear? One thing, when this song comes out, I already have the song. I can't wait to start to play the song. And I will be burning the song And I will be, and people, I want you to go and let me tell you something. The song is gonna bust. This song is a total different thing than it's a different. The music is different from what we used to. The boogie yaga, this and whatever it is and so forth. So for you for do a reggae song like this, it is an easy door for you. It's open. You don't need no controversy. No, the door's wide open. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna recognize you and put you into the ring quicker than anybody else. So I want to say that my platform is your platform. At any time,
Respect.
I want to talk to that young lady. You know what I mean about it. The doors are open. You know, if she wants to come tomorrow, any other day, whatever, you talk to her first. She can come and so forth. And feel free to send me all other music. And I want to tell you, thank you very much for you to take reggae music from a little place like Jamaica and take it on your side of town, broadcasting it, and give us some love because we as reggae artists sometimes don't appreciate what we have. You know what I mean? So when people like you come in and take it and widen the scale and so forth, it is good for all of us because we may not benefit from it now, but our kids and our kids will benefit from it later on. And the music is good, it's well put together. And I want to thank you so much. You have my number, you have my information. I hope fully that some justice will serve. I hope that this young girl will find some form of comfort eventually. And I just hope that the law will work in the right way and so forth. And, you know, no blogger, none of them can pay me if you shut up, and none of them can pay me if you not talk. You understand?
Yo, Dr. Love, we want to say big up yourself for having talk truth, you know. Because a lot of people will not share this kind of thing, right? They will not have a platform to speak so openly about it. And not only that, you look at artists like Jada Kingdom. She have a song called Execution for Rape, yeah? And they say a lot of selector won't play that song because the message too controversial. Or Tanya say, no means no motherfucker, right? And so these songs don't get so much play in the dance because it have a controversial message. But you know what? I'm glad that you are someone that don't watch all of those things and just want the truth to come out. And it is brave and it's helping other people out there, man and woman, that have gone through this. And I respect, man. I thank you for this time to be able to share this truth.
Definitely. And then tomorrow is Talk Truth Tuesday. In your country, it's actually Tuesday today, right now. If you talk to her and she want to come live, she want to come, the doors is open for her tomorrow.
Okay, I talked to her today. I'll talk to her today. Yeah. And one last thing I say, I want everybody to pre-save the song. Because you can pre-save it, and as soon as it come out, it will notify you. And that's what's going to push the message out there. So maybe when it come off, or actually, I'll just type the pre-save link here.
Yeah. And then I want everybody to go follow her page, get the song, follow the story. And if anybody out there that have found themselves in this situation with that particular person, the doors are open. Feel free to talk. Feel free to contact her with a truth story. Because you never know what can happen and so forth. Oh, let me, oh, you type it, right? Oh, yes.
I type it.
Okay, let me pin it.
Support each other, love each other, man. We gotta speak out about these things. So thank you, Dr. Love. I appreciate it.
Anytime, I never say respect Yadi. From the other.
Tell me a Yadi. Later.
All right, big up yourself. All right, thanks. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. People. Yeah, man. That's the money queen. Chiney Money. Yeah, you see what life is? No. I'm glad I did that interview. You know why? Because she down to earth and for the stuff them she have said and all of that. And if anybody want to come live, if you want to come live, if you have any opinion about it and you want to come live, send me a request and I will add you to the live. If you want to come live, send me a request and I will add you to the live. If you want to come live, if you have a view about it and so forth, and you want to come live, send me a request at the bottom of the page. But Shabad, and a song like this will bust. Right? That's why I need to see you in office ASAP. ASAP. Oh, Ali Noizino. Send me a request and this is the song.
Yes, sir.
Ali, text me. What's up?
When you do what's right in life, never blinded by glittering lights. Help my sister in this darkest time, them say good over evil. so we let the truth decide. Listen to me, who we really trust in life. Wolf in sheep's clothing might be creeping at your side. I begin to learn, not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it positive, you lie. Telling them when you have a principle, go to church and spiritual. Calling God but calling in the great that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and paint it cultural. Out of many bad minds cannot represent good evil. Evil that lurks, hands move under the skirts. Sing a woman's word and violate her in the worst. Now bring sound to birth. City high to birth. City high alert. Run the vampire out of town to parts.
If you guys have anything you want to say and you want to come on live, he's gonna go down for many rape. Trust me. Um, if any one of you want to come on live, send me a request to come on live. As I said, this young lady didn't come on here to try to tear down anybody and so forth. She did a song, and she did a song based on what happened to her friend, right? And me, life is funny, you know. All I've said is that life is funny. Life is very funny. Life is funny. Life is very funny. And I just laugh. I just laugh. Because you see, I say less, I just listen to everything that's going on and so forth. And there's a there's a lot of, anyway, let's leave it alone. Only thing I can say, life is very funny. And there's a lot of people out there. It come, boy, life is funny. You see, when a woman say they get raped most of the time, sometimes women lie and sometimes women tell the truth. I know you know more, but let's just let. Anyway, let me play the song again.
Yes, now. Jah gotta protect us when we do what's right in life. Never blinded by glittering lights. Help us sister in this darkest time, them say good over evil. So we let the truth decide. Listen to me, who we really trust in life. Wolf in sheep's clothing might be creeping at your side. I begin to learn, not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it.
Somebody say Merry Christmas.
Telling them when you have a principle, go to church and spiritual.
Somebody say Merry Christmas and I'm accepting the request. I don't know who it is, but somebody just send me a request. Who's ever send me the request? Accept the request. I don't know who it is that sent me the request. I think the person named Nelson. The person named Nelson sent me a request a while ago. If you guys want to send me a request, send me a request if you want to come live, if you want to talk. I hit my head. I think I caught a The Lord say everything must come. But Arlene, you fall on Arlene, Jaja, Arlene. You know, I'm playing the music.
Yes, now. Jah gotta protect us when we do what's right in life. Never blinded by glittering lights. Help my sister in this darkest time, them say good over evil. So we let the truth decide. Listen to me, who we really trust in life. Wolf in sheep's clothing might be creeping at your side. I begin to learn, not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it positive, you lie. Telling them when you have a principle, go to church and spiritual. Calling God but calling in the good that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and paint it cultural. Out of many bad minds cannot represent good evil. Evil that lurks, hands move under the skirts. Sing a woman's word and violate her in the worst. Now burn sound to birth. City high alert, run the vampire out of town. No other glitters is gold. No other shines the light. I will not do what I'm told. If what I am told isn't right, she called him uncle just like any other day. Tonight he plans to have her in a different kind of way. She's sitting at the table and to her it don't occur how a simple hug from her can turn into a predator. Push himself on the girl and say how she like it. She close her eyes and pray it's over if she don't fight it. Lose hope with every growth. Her body is tight and every stroke. She can't cope. She's scared and she's frightened. He told her not to say a word. He stole from her soul and preyed upon her every fear. She feels the cry now, but Tina just have no more tears. She found her strength now. She will be heard. I understand. Not on the goodness is good. Not on the shine is the light.
Hey, Rita.
Will I make it through?
Rita, me like her voice. Me that work with her. Me like her voice. Me that work with her. Real talk. On a serious note, me that work with her. How long can they run? See people business and leave it alone. Hallelujah. Say Nicodemus went up. Hallelujah. See people business and leave it alone. Hallelujah. No. If I like.
Yes, sir. Jah gotta protect us when we do what's right in life. Never blinded by glittering lights. Help my sister in this darkest time. Them say good over evil. So we let the truth aside. Listen to me, who we really trust in life. Wolf in sheep's clothing may be creeping at your side. I begin to lie, not everybody living right. Even when you say you keep it positive, you lie.
Oh, the second hook is the girl.
Went to church and spiritual, calling God the calling in the good that pay for miracles. Wave your country flag and paint it cultural. Out of many bad minds cannot represent good evil. Evil that lurks, hands move under the skirts. Sing a woman's word and violate her in the worst. Melbourne town to Perth, Sydney high alert. Run the vampire out of town, no concert. Now all the good juice is gone. Now all the shades the light. I will not do what I'm told. If what I am told is right. Now all the glitters is gold. Now all the shines the light. I will not do what I'm told. If what I am told isn't right. She called him uncle just like any other day. Tonight he plans to have her in a different kind of way. She's sitting at the table and to her it don't occur how a simple hug from her can turn into a predator. She's self on the girl and say how she like it.
And the girl voice, the girl that was raped, her voice is coming up now.
How she like it. She close her eyes and pray it's over if she don't fight it. Lose hope with every growth. Her body is tight and every stroke. She can't cope. She's scared and she's frightened. He told her not to say a word. He stole from her soul and preyed upon her every fear. She feels the cry now, but Tina just have no more tears. She found her strength now. She will be heard. I understand. Not on the goodness is full. Not on the shine is the light.
That's the girl right there.
Will I make it through the night? Not all the glitters is gold. Not all the shine is the light. If I don't do as I'm told, will I make it through the night? You used to be my friend.
So I'm gonna play back the girl. This is the girl that was raped.
If I don't do as I'm told,
That's her.
will I make it through the night?
But she got a good voice.
Not all the glitters is gold. Not all the shine is the light. If I don't do as I'm told, will I make it through the night? You used to be my friend. What about this now? Malicious accusations that you spinning words around. What motive I can have before the fuckery you made? I treated you like family, sex husband, you on stage. You couldn't have them obligates like movies at the stage. Rapists for control, the coldest type I hate. evil, so step into the light. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? You're a criminal for your sexual abuse. My other critics is gone. My other side is the light. I will not do what I'm told. If what I am told is right. My other critics is gone. My other side is the light. I will not do what I'm told. If what I am told is right. Yeah. I hope they really dance out to the morning light.
There's something. Mary trying to comment now. Based on my own, this one is right everywhere. More poor. It's two sides to a story. Let me tell you something. There's some things in life where you don't. There's some things in life where you don't even need to hear two sides to a story. There's some things like in life where there's not a two sides to the story. So one side. And the only side is the truth side. Once the truth comes out, it doesn't make a difference what anybody said. Right? But unfortunately, just not a good time tonight. I had a client who experienced rape. Who experienced one. I can't click on it because I click on I can't click on it. Anyway, there's some story. Let me tell you something. If a man shoot a man, and you see a man shoot a man, let me explain it. So this is two things. This is three things. Right? This is one person. This is the truth. This is the next person. Right? Now, if this person is talking against this person, and this is the truth, you don't need to hear no other story about what it is, because at the end of the day, they said it's always the truth, the lie, and close to it. Right? You understand what I say? And some story just don't work talking about the truth, talking about another side. Truth is the truth, the lie is the lie. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. And if a man say a man kill a man, if a man say a man kill a man, there's no, you can't tell that man no, because that man see that man kill a man. If a man see a girl that stab up another girl, him see it. So it don't really make a difference. You know what I say? When I hear a lot of things sometimes in life, I just laugh. When I hear things about artists, I just laugh. Never come to me like it. Anyway, I'm just laughing, that's all. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing and I'm laughing, you know, just laughing. No two sides to a story. They have. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Brown. No side, one side. He must hear and stop. People must stop notify artists. Is their right mind will God. Let me tell you something. I say, yo, let me tell you something. It's crazy. It's crazy. Me artist, I can tell you. Sometimes we see a girl and the girl look good. And we know say the girl look good, and we not go get the pumps from the girl. No matter what we do, the girl not give it the pumps because the girl just not like we, or just not feel with vibes. So them not give it the pump pump. And we sit down there and we think, and we say, blood clot, but the girl look good, you know. Girl look good. I wish the girl would have just give you pum pum. And then we just walk away from it. They have another set of artists now. Them have to get the pum pum by any means necessary. There's women out there that lies and then get raped, you know, and there's women that physically get raped. Me, listen to all women talk and pick sense on that nonsense. And as I said, I learned one thing, you know. I learned one thing. I just see things and I just laugh about things. Yeah, man. Especially me, within my mind and within my belief and within my thinking. Right? A lot of female artists get violated day by male artists. I turn up one day I know we are. And you're a Rasta artist. Big artist. Hmm? Big, big, big artist. I turn up in New York. And you're a Rasta artist. I tell a girl, say, he will go down for her. A Rasta artist, what we know. The year I tell a girl, say, we go down for a girl. And every time he see me any reason and all that time, make him talk and time look at it, I say, look at this boy. I wanna win, you know. Yeah, man, I wanna win, man. You might eat this shit, I wanna win, man. To be in the industry. All in, you know, and be in the industry. Because if you be in the industry, it either you will give the pumps side them a hold and take it. In the music industry, people, let me tell you something. It either you're going to give the pumps willingly or they're going to take the pumps forcefully. It either you're going to give the pumps, the punani, willingly or they're going to take it forcefully. And if them can't take it forcefully, then it becomes a problem. So it's very hard for women to make it in the industry. I'm telling you. I know a lot of artists. Few artists. Few of them who are Jamaican because the few of them come for me and I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DJs now. 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But 9 DJs. Right? A lot of female artists have get feel up. But like I said, I just sit and I just laugh. You see, man. You know, Davis Chang, you know, so before me do that interview here, I did a live today talking about immigration and credit. My Facebook page. Good. Me, I'll tell you something happened to me tonight. I tell you something happened. Me do my live. Good. Today, no problem. Me go on this morning, there was no problem. And when I link the young lady and say, okay, we're going to do the interview today because tomorrow I talk to you. I tell you something, people. What happened today? Right? I can't go on Instagram because Instagram blocked me for 30 days. When me turn off my laptop, my iPad, I say, I turn off my iPad and put it down and make it charge. When me don't do everything with me, I do, I go take up my iPad. If you turn it on, when time me turn on the iPad, me notice Facebook would have show you a red dot like me a message. So me then I say, okay, because the internet wasn't working, maybe that's what it was. And then reset the internet today. So while the iPad is turning on, I was going in my phone. When I go up on my phone, I see a thing say Facebook. And it said, someone tried to log into your Facebook. Remember, you know, as soon as I post the video on my Instagram page with the girl and say, I'm going to do the interview. As a matter of fact, like, I send out, she do a video, I say, do a video that I can put it up. I send out the video and send out the name of the girl in some WhatsApp group. And I send it. And I send it to a particular woman. In it, you know. And the particular woman texts me back and say, okay. Normally the person would have text me back with a bunch of words and say, yeah, man, the person texts me back and say, okay. But it never occurred to me till after. So anyway, then me post it on Instagram. Sent out to WhatsApp and post it on Instagram. Then me go and me say, then me post it on Facebook. And as soon as me post it on Facebook, from today me post it, you know. Me post the word before and then me post the video after. As soon as me post it on Facebook, somebody tried to log into my Facebook account. Somebody try to log into my Facebook account because they don't want me to do the interview. Then try to log into my Facebook account. So me now didn't know. And the woman then I go back and forth and I say, shit. She asked me get in, I say, me get in, but me can't go live. Me even send the girl a message and say, me I try to log in. But you will mess them up. They never want to tap me shine, but you will mess them up. On my Facebook page, you have to have a code to get in. When I go up on my phone, go on the text message, see the code down there, so. The code. You try to hide it. The code. Somebody tried to get the code, but they couldn't get the code because they never want the interview happen. Exactly, thank you. Then try to log into my Facebook because they don't want me to do the interview. And as I send out the message to the WhatsApp, the woman texts back and say, okay, this particular person, this particular woman, and say, okay. Lisa, what's up, darling? Then can't have my Facebook. You try to have my Facebook. Then try to have my Facebook tonight. That's what it is. But you can't get in. We have too much security. My IT team, no normal. You can't go in it. That much I tell them. You feel me? But the interview happened. And as a matter of fact, oh, wait a minute. We need someone to explain to me what the security minister I get paid for. Oh, why are we going downtown? Okay, wait a minute. Yes, Arlene. Yes, Arlene. Yes, Arlene. Yes, Arlene. Yes, Arlene. Yes, Arlene. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Um, People are very wicked. Yeah. Them try to hack my Facebook page because they never want me to do the interview with the girl. But me do the interview with the girl and guess what happened? Only can't do what I want to do now because the interview is saved and it's going on my YouTube channel. I save it. I saved this interview. It's going on my YouTube channel. Them try to hack it. They try to hack my Facebook page because they never want to do the interview. But me have a message to tell them something. Let me tell you something. Me I want to know. They say, anyone I know, anyhow, me ever get a hint from a WhatsApp, I even get a hint from Facebook, and me think how it is, story, go and be leashing left, right, and center. Me say, anyhow, let me tell you something, only better walk on very thin line with me. Only walk on thin line with me. Remember, I'm this. Remember, I'm this. See this? And there's a paper in it. A paper in it. Right? You see it empty? Me not empty. And if you remember this, say, this, this, and it close. Close. Can't just out, see that close. And don't make me have to open this. What about me, General? Don't make me have to open this. Because if I open this, I'm going to so. Roll that down. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing. I don't talk. Hey, how a party secret me having? Yeah, man. A whole party secret me having. Few of them. Few artist secret me having. Eh? Only the people, you them come on and, spy story come on and artist story come on and they lock down the world and all of that and all of that. Hey, me have so much story to ask like you lock down the world. Hey, me have so much story we can lock down the world internet, lock it down. Every page, all who not like me. Anyway, tomorrow night will be Talk Truth Tuesday. LLO Queenie, Cheese, Fire Crystal, Mama Sue, Full Black Bass. And we want to know if Full Black Bass sleep with the goat for true. Because we say Full Black Bass sleep with the goat, and we want to know if there's any truth to the story. That's why they try to, yeah. Them try for black, but hey, them try for hacking on my page. They never try black, them try for hacking on my page. A 6 page me have it up. They try for hacking on my page because I don't want to interview. Hmm? And let me tell you something, people. You need to go to and follow my YouTube channel because I'm going to talk to the girl. Go and follow my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Real Dr. Love Music. If me can do live on Facebook, I'm going to do it on YouTube. And if me can do it on YouTube, I'm going to do it on Twitter. And if me can do it on Twitter, I'm going to go over live that me going to do it. I have so much platform can do live. So what I need to do is follow my page. Somebody has send me. I want to know who this has send me message. Somebody send me an invite, me to know who it is. But me add the person. Me should them add people me never know who it is, because the page even look real. The page even look real. The page even look real. But somebody just send me an invite and me accept it. Or them decline. Tomorrow night is the night. Talk Truth Tuesday, live tomorrow from 7 to 9. Queenie coming, LLO is coming, Full Black Bars coming, Cheese coming, Fire Crystal coming, Cash Queen coming. Tomorrow is gonna be nothing but fire. Anyway, I gotta get off right now because last night I do this and I not do it tonight again. We done. You know, have my number. WhatsApp me 973 342 2487. 973 342 2487. 973 342 2487. I'm out. Do this again. Night to everybody. And remember to follow me. It won't miss me. It have miss you tonight. I just come. You know, it look like it was somewhere. You know, say I think a sex you were having. You was having sex while he was here. You were having sex. That's why he wasn't here. You were having sex. That's why. Keep following me, guys. Keep following the platform. Go to YouTube right now. What is your YouTube channel? Let's put up my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called New Follower. I see you tomorrow. My YouTube channel is Real Dr. Love Music. Let's put up. Let's real. See. That's my YouTube channel. What is my number? I will give you my number. My number is 973 342 2487. That's my number. 973 342 2487. My number is 973 342 2487. That's my number. If you want to get in touch with me, that's my number. Oh boy, I'm just laughing. Tonight is a night where I'm just laughing. That's my number. That's my YouTube at the bottom. My YouTube at the bottom is Real Dr. Love Music. My Instagram is Real Dr. Love Music. One music. Right? Don't put the two music. Twitter, Real Dr. Love Music. Instagram, Real Dr. Love Music. YouTube, Real Dr. Love Music. That's my page. Follow me there because, oh boy, I want to sleep and pray tonight. I pray for those who anyway, you know what? Check my message. When it pour. Oh boy. So welcome you, okay. Ah, boy. We love. Big up on yourself. Love all around. May God bless and soul. China money. Anyway, see y'all. Ah, boy. All that glitter is not gold. Man to man is so unjust. You don't know who to trust. Your worst enemy could be your best friend. And your best friend, your worst enemy. Some will stand behind and so upon you. Only your best friend know your secret. So only could reveal who the cap fit. Let them wear it. Who the cap fit. Let them wear it. 'Cause I true me can. And I don't call no foul. Some will hate you. Pretend they love you now. Then stand behind. Try to eliminate you. But oh, God bless. No one curse. They know. We're past the worst. You know what's about my life? If night should turn to day, a lot of people would run away. Ooh, the catfish. That borrow time my mother never seen nothing like this yet to blood clot. When I born out of my mother never seen nothing like this yet. Anyway, I'm out. This was a good interview. I like it. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Very disturbing. Only your best friend know your secret. Anyway, we'll do this again tomorrow. Big up on yourself. Very sad.